Hey, this is Mark. I just got my Ancestry DNA results. I activated my test on August 30th, and it's now September 25th. I just got my results around, 2 p.m. today. So I wanted to film this video. It's going to be a little weird because I'm filming it on my phone rather than with my webcam. Because this is the only way I can think of that I can switch back and forth between me and the computer screen. But what I've got going on here, I've got my ethnicity estimate, and I guess I should say first, the biggest question that I had while I was being impatient for the DNA results to come back is how long is it going to take? Ancestry says it takes 6 to 8 weeks, but I saw a lot of places online say that it only took maybe 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes only a week, and so I was being really impatient, really anxious, and it has been 26, 27 days, something like that. So less than a month, 4 weeks time. It's not going to take the whole time that they say it's going to. And I even bought it when it was on sale for the $79, so I thought that maybe it would take longer because more people would buy it when it was on sale, but even then it only took a month. So looking again at my ethnicity estimate, some of this I was really, it was just what I assumed. I was hoping I wouldn't get it back and it just says Europe 100%. I'd be pretty bummed out about that because, that's what I assumed. Now, I've done a lot of research. I'm 29. I started researching when I was 13, so for 16 years now, on and off, I've been working on this research. So I know where a lot of my ancestors come from, but there's a whole lot more that I don't know where they come from, even including my last name. You find them in the 1700s in Pennsylvania. No one knows where they came from before that. So I was hoping that this may give me some hints, and I just wanted to know what my ethnicity percentages were. I'm not one of those people that people can look at and guess my ethnicity. I'm such a mutt just based on the ethnicity that I know that I have, that I don't look like any particular ethnic group. So I did get my breakdown, and I got it at work today. Thankfully, it was a slow day, and I did not get an email. So if you are waiting on your results, don't wait on an email from them because I still haven't gotten one, and my results are definitely online. So first thing that I saw was I was on Ancestry.com, and there's a tab on there that says DNA. Well, when you're on there normally, after you've submitted your results, it just says DNA, and then your DNA homepage, I think is what it says. I just happened to go to the site, I checked again, and all of a sudden, there's 2 on there, not 1. It says your DNA homepage and view your DNA results. So I was like, shit. My stuff's back. So click on view your DNA results, and it's kind of confusing how it comes up initially because it doesn't take you where you think you should be when you get to the DNA results page. That actually takes you to your list of cousins of people that have trees on Ancestry that match up with you genetically. If you actually want to see your results, go to, again, your DNA homepage. And then there's a couple of links on that page, and you want to go to See Full Ethnicity Estimate. It's on the left-hand side. So that's where I'm at. And mine is definitely surprising. I knew that I had a lot of English, German, Welsh, French, just a tiny bit of Scandinavian, and then I also had some mysteries. So I was seeing what would pop up. I definitely was not prepared for what happened. So let me point the camera over here at the computer, and I will show you what I found out. So I hope you can see this. If not, I'll at least say what you should be seeing here. The first thing that you're going to see, actually when I first did this, there was a 2-minute video that popped up, and it made me more anxious just waiting. But it gives you a little bit of instruction about how to read the results. But if you're like me and you've done research for years and you've been waiting for years for the thing to go on sale so you can buy the DNA test, you already know how to use it. But there is that video. Now, the first thing you're going to notice on mine is that I'm white. But if you look at that top line there, that says Africa, less than 1%. And if you click on this, it will expand that. And it is specifically Senegal. If you click on each one of these, it gives you a description of that genetic group. I'm not going to go that far into it. But Senegal is down here, this little purple area on the western side of Africa. We'll get to that a little bit later here. Now, you go into my Europe. I'm 95% European. Not too surprised about that. But if you look at the side here, my highest European percentage is 35%. And that's 35% Scandinavian. That's up here. That's like Sweden, Norway, Finland. That one surprised me. I knew I had Swedish and Norwegian in there, but those were only a few lines in my family, so it really surprises me that more than anything else, I'm Scandinavian. I mean, dark skin, dark hair, dark eyes, definitely do not look Scandinavian, but all right. And then Irish, 25%. I knew my Irish percentage would be pretty high. I got a lot of Irish ancestors, but I didn't know if it would be higher than Europe West or Great Britain, because I have a whole lot of them too. So Europe West is like Germany and France, basically. I think they include, we'll just click on it here and see. Okay, they include like the top part of Italy, looks like the Netherlands, and Austria, and what is that, the Czech Republic? Whatever that is, but that area. So that's where that comes from, and I was expecting that. Great Britain too. I have 12%, and I have a lot of English, and I've got a lot from France, so that didn't surprise me either that that would come up. Now, if you look at my trace regions for Europe, this did surprise me. Iberian Peninsula. Yeah, I've always kind of told everybody, you know, I'm pretty much everything except for a few things when it comes to my ethnicity. And two of the things that I was not was Spanish or Portuguese and Italian. People think because I have dark hair and I have a lot of hair in my like arms that they think that I'm Italian. But I've never found any research at all that would actually show that I'm Italian. But here it says 6% Iberian Peninsula, which again is that area, and that's in the range of 0 to 13%, but they think it's around 6. And then Italy, that really could be this whole area. So, you know, it might not be specifically Italy, but in that area, it's 3%. Now, I will say that they give you this little warning here with ethnicity estimate info. Actually, that's not the warning I'm looking for. There it is. Trace regions. It says that these regions basically are where you seem to have most genetic ethnicity. Basically says that these may just be by chance and may not actually be part of your genetic ethnicity, which is kind of strange. I don't totally understand the science behind it and how it would show up on my DNA if it's not actually in my DNA. But that is what they say. So I have to keep that in mind with these trace regions, and especially with the African trace region because it is so small. And then this one surprised the hell out of me because I had no clue about this. West Asian, 4%. And when I heard that, I was thinking, like, Indian? Is that West Asia? No, apparently not. What they call West Asia is actually the Middle East. Specifically the Caucasus Mountain region, which I believe is over here. Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Turkmenistan, and I guess this little bottom piece of Russia here, including Saudi Arabia. I'm 4%, and that's kind of strange for me. I had no idea that I was Middle Eastern at all, and the only thing that I know of that could possibly have brought that on is there was somebody several hundred years back that I do have in my tree. A lot of people cite online, but nobody can actually prove that we're descended from this person or that this person even existed. But she has kind of a strange name. She married into a family, I believe, in the UK, but there was rumor that she was from Turkey, that perhaps during the Crusades or something like that, that's how that happened, but I really don't know. I don't know if that's where it came from. So basically, overall, you're looking at a 95% white person who is primarily Scandinavian, who is less than 1% black, and specifically from Senegal in West Africa, and who is also 4% West Asian or Middle Eastern. So, definitely a weird thing there. So that means a couple things for my research. Basically, that means, one, I need to figure out where some of these percentages came from. I'm actually going to have my mom take the test as well, just to see if any of those random things like Spanish or black or Asian pops up in hers, because then if it doesn't, it's probably on my dad's side. And I'm also going to try to get some of my more distant cousins to check theirs, just to see if we have anything in common that pops up. Another thing that it means, though, is I'm going to have to read through every little detail of this, and there's a lot of information to process when you get this back. I mean, it's hours and hours of research. And while this is very interesting, this is just more the entertainment side of it. There is actually a research side because you have it connected to your tree and Ancestry. So what you're actually able to do is you're able to go, and I'll flip it here and show you. You're actually able to go here, go to DNA Home, and then go to Matches. And the first thing you'll see here is I have 2 second cousin matches. It doesn't mean they're exactly my second cousin. They're in the range of second or third. And then so you can go up here to View Match. And what it does is it gives you the last day they logged in, your approximate relationship, how confident Ancestry is of that, their trace regions, and then it will show you people in your tree, people in their tree, back to your shared ancestor. Now, sometimes it doesn't have this top section if they're farther away, and it'll just have these 2 sections. So it'll show all the surnames that you have in common. You click on that, drop it down, and it'll show you the people you have in common. And then if you go over here, it will basically show you their tree farther back, if that makes any sense. So it also gives you the option to contact the person, which this person's like my second cousin, so I'm definitely going to get a hold of them. I'm lucky. People have been talking about how they have thousands of matches, and it's just overwhelming. I have 273 pages of matches, which the third page gets down to, I believe, wow, that is a lot, isn't it? Okay, so there's probably like 20, 30 people on a page, and 273 pages of that. So that's what I mean. It's going to be a lot of research. But it's going to be worth it. Get to meet people. Especially I want to contact them and see if they have pictures that weren't passed down on my side of the family. I might find pictures of my great-great-great-grandparents or something like that, especially my dad's side where everybody seemed to be camera shy. So that's it. So basically, I was really excited to do this. The thing about finding out your genetic makeup is it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. People think that it's stupid, and a lot of people don't even do DNA testing, but, I mean, I'm 29 years old, and my family had been in America for so long, we didn't have any cultural holdovers, no foods that were passed down from older generations from a previous culture. We literally had no idea what ethnic group we were. We had just been here so long and we'd lost everything. So you can do the research, but sometimes you hit a brick wall. A lot of times you do, and you can't find what you are. And so this helps out a lot. I know it's not exact; it's in ranges, but it gives you ideas. This actually helps me solve a couple of ancestral mysteries as well. I do have without looking at my tree, I think it's a great-great-great-grandmother. Might be missing a generation in there. Might be a fourth great-grandmother. Who, the family story is, she was full-blooded Native American. And a lot of people have this story. I personally didn't believe that. It was, I believe, her granddaughter who was supposed to have said that. And I have two pictures of this person. She's very dark. And I could go on and on. I've kind of been building a case over a few years. And my theory is that she was not Native American. I think she was actually black or mulatto, which would be like a white-black mix. And I believe that they were just white enough to pass in Virginia society because they were always listed as white. So I think that this is proven that there is no Native American heritage. I have 0% Native American. I do have a tiny bit of African, and I suppose maybe that might be where the Italian comes from. Maybe. Maybe they were very dark-skinned Italians. But that is a possibility. Their last name was Valentine, but they pronounced it Valentine. There is a Valentin and Valentine, which are Italian names. So it's possible. I still don't know. I'm still going to have to look on that. But what I do know is that they were not Native American. There's a 0% chance of it on there. The other thing is I have another mystery that hopefully this will help me solve a little bit. On my mom's side, a few generations back, there was a person called Mordecai, and I thought his name's Mordecai, might be Jewish.
Yep, 0% Jewish. So Mordecai Bond was not a Jew. So I am probably one of the most racially diverse people. Born in a family that had been in America so long it lost all of its culture, all of its heritage, and really had no idea who they were. And now at 29 years old, I've taken this journey and found I'm African, I'm Middle Eastern, and 95% European with mostly Scandinavian, which, look at me. Do I look like I'm blonde hair, blue eyes, light skinned? Nah. But that's what I am. And so now it's on to matching with all these cousins, and then I'm going to have my mom and a couple other people take the test, see what comes up on there. Maybe there'll be some more surprises. So I'm my next steps as well, I think, are to take some more DNA tests myself. I think that I have been talked into now doing the 23andMe test, and then I found a Y-DNA project for the Gowdy, which is my last name, Gowdy surname. So that one's really expensive. It's going to take me a while for that, but it's interesting, and I think I'd like to do it. So that's it. 95% white, 4% Middle Eastern, and less than 1% black. So that's who I think I am.